get your kitchen and bath website ranked in search engines for targeted local kitchen and bath keywords. Now, this is obviously important in every city. There are most likely hundreds of thousands of people searching for your services, and hundreds or even thousands of people searching for services in your local area. And if they were to come across your site instead of your competitors, there's a great chance you can increase your leads. So this is a great way to increase your marketing. What you'll discover in this video is how to get your website ranked high up on the first page of Google, Yahoo, and Bing for targeted local keywords. All three search engines follow the same algorithm in order to see what websites are good and what should rank high. Kitchen cabinetry plus your city, for example, would be an example of a targeted local keyword. Kitchen cabinetry would be the service, and your city would be the local part of the keyword. So in other words, it'll be your service that you're offering plus the city. When someone searches this, you want to be at the top of the page in Google. The other thing is how to bring in more leads than your competitors. You're going to get an advantage over your competitors in order to bring leads and customers online if you're above them in the search engines, whether it be Google, Yahoo, or Bing. Finally, important factors that will help you rank and attract traffic that most of your competition aren't doing. So there are a few different updates that Google has recently released that make really important elements that you'll need in order to rank well in the search engines. I can tell you from researching a bunch of different sites that most of your competitors will not be doing this. Your Google Plus business page. Once you're signed in, you need to navigate to the business section of Google Plus. It'll ask you for your name, phone number, email, services, location, and the area that you operate in. From there, it will ask you to verify the business. So to verify the business, Google will send you a postcard in the mail, which will usually come about a week after you send it, and it'll typically have a 5-digit code. Once you receive it, you enter that code into Google Plus, and that'll let Google know that you're verified and that is actually the city you operate in. This is extremely important because Google needs that verification, and it'll help you rank in search engines later on. The little check mark right here shows that you are a verified local business, and most of your competitors do not have a certified Google Plus account, nor are they verified, because they don't understand that it is vital to help you rank. So this company right here, Kitchen Cabinet Refinishing in Kitimat, BC, does an absolute great job of their Google Plus page. As you can see, they do have 23,000 followers at the time of this recording. So you're probably going to get the same amount of Google Plus visitors as you will for the website visitors. It's extremely important, and it's going to tell Google a lot about your business and your website. So this is an example search right here. I searched kitchen and bath renovations Toronto. So this is a very competitive keyword in a very competitive area. As you can see, there are tens and thousands of keywords coming in every month for this. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to rank for something like this in Toronto because Toronto is so big. But if you follow these practices, you will be able to rank for it. So typically the organic searches, which are located right here, looks at on-page and backlinking. So backlinking gives your website credibility and acts as a vote from other people to Google. So you do need some good content on your website, which is the on-page stuff, and it needs to be formatted correctly so that Google sees it as helping visitors and providing them value and not just a blank website. So if you follow that formula, you'll already see results with it, even though it'll still be tough to rank for this keyword. So this right here is the local search of Google, and it's extremely important because it stands out from every other search. The ads up here and the organic searches, they all look the same and you can't really stand out. But over here you have a chance to stand out and really look different. So these are different because it shows reviews, and also it shows if it's closed now, and it gives you directions and website. So it's much more bigger, and typically it's on the top half of Google. So how do you get on these now? Well, there's a few different factors in ranking for these. So reviews are huge. That's what really separates you from the organic listings. If you can get your customers to leave reviews on your page or your Google Plus page, you will start to see a huge increase in your rankings. It'll also help with the click-through rate, which is the rate that people click you instead of your competitors. So you obviously want your click-through rate to be high. Reviews are seriously important, and you should always be asking your customers for reviews. The other important factor is backlinks, or also known as the citations. Within any market or industry or local area, you're going to have business directories. So Yellow Pages, Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, or for example, there's a few in Toronto that just have local listings and directories. So you want to get to put your name, address, and phone number on all of those, as many as you can, because these are all going to be pointing back to your website, and they'll act as a vote of trust for your site. There are local directories located in cities across the world, so you should be able to find many of them to list in. The last factor is your specific website. So there are specific things on your website that you want to make sure that you have so you can rank high. Good code and good content will allow the search engines to understand what your site is all about and what services you offer. For example, if we click this link over here, it needs to see everything here. So they do have a Google Plus page. They want to see that. There is good content on here. They show their services and they do have their location here. So tying it back to Google Plus will just confirm to Google that it really is you. And because they're pointing to each other, then it'll show a much higher rankings. Google will see that you are trustworthy and that you do a good service. And when these are combined, you'll see your website increase in the rankings. Deeper on this website, you're going to want more links to Google Plus, and you also want reviews listed on your actual website. So if you look over here, they do have the testimonials, and you can view all, which really shows even when a customer comes on, they want to see the testimonials, and when Google's matching them to your Google Plus page, they'll see that they do match, which is great. Finally, you want the name and address and phone number that all match those business directories and social media sites that you put your information on to match the information and the contact information on your website. Tying all these into your website will give you an understanding that Google should definitely rank you and that everything matches your website. So everything intertwines and you are in fact the business that you claim to be. The website needs to adapt to the mobile screen. If you don't, Google will definitely penalize you because there is so much traffic coming from the mobile device. Right now, we're seeing about 60% of traffic coming through the mobile on our clients' analytics. In 2017, the number is projected to be 70%. So you definitely don't want to be missing out on this huge number of people. You also want your customer to have a really good navigation and an easy way through your website so they have the highest chance to call you and schedule an appointment. You don't want them to be searching extra hard to find your information. This is only going to be more important moving forward, and you really need to take initiative to make your website mobile if it's already not. The good news is that most of your competitors most likely don't have mobile websites, but they will soon. So this is where you can get a huge advantage over them and start playing at the highest level. So we're going to do a quick summary here. So you want to make sure that you have set up your Google Plus page and you have verified it. Verifying it is extremely important to let Google know that you are a local business. Make sure you have reviews coming through to your website and that you have built out citations from the business directories so that your website contains a great amount of backlinks. Also, you want some content on your website and you want to ensure that it's built out properly with the right code and the right content on it. You also want to make sure that you have a mobile ready website because, as I mentioned before, over 60% of people are coming on your website through their mobile device. If this seems like too much work, if you understand the importance of online marketing for your business and would like to drive in much more leads to your business, but you don't have the time to do this, we've got a great offer for you. And we've done this with hundreds of companies in the industry. We provide you with a free analysis of what you're doing right now and a consultation on how to bring in more leads online and what's working best for our clients. We do an entire review for you to find out which current mistakes you're making, what's holding you back from bringing in these leads, and how you can outperform your local competitors to take a majority of the online leads. As I mentioned, there are typically hundreds, in most cases thousands of searches coming in per month for your service. You want to make sure that you're getting in front of all those people so you can increase your leads and clients. If you're interested, go to kitchenandbathmarketing.com/consult. Once again, we'll give you an entire review of your online marketing strategy and then give you the best actions you can take so you can see the greatest results from this. Once again, I'm Matthew from Kitchen and Bath Marketing. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll speak with you soon. Take care.